Hey guys, it's Apostle Michelle Peterson. You guys, I just got back from my grandmother's funeral, and so it's a little late. I know the lighting is not that good in here, but I still wanted to share this prophetic word with you guys from the Lord for the month of October. So I have it with you now. And in this word, there's a part at the front that the Lord talks about blessing us, but then the second part of this word is a warning that the Lord is actually sharing with us the plan of the enemy for this month. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share it with you guys, and I'm going to try to explain it and try to simplify it and make it as clear as possible. So, you know, if you're new with the Lord, if you don't know a lot about spiritual things, I'm going to try to explain it so you can understand it. And then if you're more seasoned or spiritually mature, or you know a lot about spiritual things, you'll probably understand what I'm talking about. But I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. Okay? So the first part of the word that the Lord said, I want them to know I will take care of them this month. Okay? So he's already telling you, no matter what the plan of the enemy is, he's going to take care of you. Okay? I want them to spend time with me during the day, and I will bless them. Okay? So during the day, the Lord wants you to spend time with him. Okay? I think the enemy is probably going to try to get us distracted so that we don't have time to spend with the Lord during the day. But the Lord said he wants you to spend time with him during the day, and he will bless you. This is a promise, okay? And that is for this month. All right, so this is the second part. I want them to know the plan of the enemy for this month. Their minds will be attacked this month. I want them to know the plan the enemy has for their mind. Their minds will be attacked by confusion. Their hearts will be attacked by confusion. They will have to remove the demonic realm from their minds and hearts. They will have to relax this month, okay? Okay. So the Lord is saying the way the enemy, first he's telling us that the enemy is going to attack us this month, and then he goes into details about how the enemy is going to attack us. So he's going to attack our minds and our heart. And what he's going to use to attack us is the spirit of confusion, you guys, on our minds and our hearts. Okay? And, you know, you guys might, I just want to share a little bit about the spirit of confusion, just so you guys can try to kind of understand what it does. Okay, so let me try to make it really simple. Okay, I was ministering to a young lady that was struggling with being an anorexic. And so when she was skin and bones, but when she looked in the mirror, she saw a fat person, and she looked fat when she looked in the mirror. So when we went before the Lord, and the Lord gave me basically like a process, like when the enemy started with her to make her this way. So he was showing me how the enemy, it's like a process the enemy starts to make people who are anorexic or different other disorders, how it actually starts. So the enemy starts when they're children. Something bad normally happens to open up that door. And then he keeps using certain spirits to get them to the place that when they look in the mirror, they don't see skin and bones, they see fat. You know, they actually really see fat everywhere. Okay? So the Lord gave me different spirits that the enemy uses on people to get them to that place. And what one of the spirits that the enemy used to get this young lady there and other people who are anorexic was the spirit of confusion. Okay? And so the way the Lord explained it to me is that the spirit of confusion came upon her mind. So when the spirit of confusion comes upon our minds, we don't know the truth. We can't recognize the truth. We're confused. We can't even think straight. You know, something can be going on, but we can't see the truth behind it. We're confused, okay? So the enemy brought, confusion was one of the spirits that it brought upon her mind. Then the next one, after the confusion was on her mind, then the enemy placed perversion, a perversion spirit on her mind. So what that perversion spirit did, because when she looked in the mirror, she didn't see truth. So that was confusion. The perversion was on there. And so then when she looked in the mirror, she didn't see the truth, but she saw a lie. She saw something perverted, which that was a fat person. That was fat. She saw that. She didn't see the truth because the confusion messed up her mind, so she couldn't see truth. then the perversion made her see something totally distorted, something that the enemy wanted her to see, okay? So that is what the enemy is going to try to use, confusion on our minds this month, to try to make it so we can't see the truth, you guys. So, but the Lord, isn't he awesome? And I do want to share, the Lord, you know, he does stuff like this. This is my first time doing a video, sharing with you guys like a warning from the Lord, because normally I just get instructions and stuff, but he normally shares warnings with me, like personal things. When I was up in Chicago, I was doing a conference up there, and it was a great conference, and it was snowing. It was really, really bad, and we had to drive back. And so one of my team members had contacted me, and she told me that the Lord told her that the enemy had planned an accident for me, a car accident. So when I was coming back, it was a car accident planned for me that was supposed to happen. So I had to go before the Lord, and the Lord told me exactly what to do to cancel that plan, all of that stuff, that assignment against me. So we canceled that. We went into warfare and we canceled that. But the Lord told her it was a warning from the Lord for me about the plan that the enemy had for me on my way driving back. So we took care of it. But like I was saying, the Lord normally gives me type of warnings like that. So this is my first time sharing a warning with you guys from the Lord. He wanted me to share it with you guys because he said, I want them to know the plan of the enemy. And I was like, Lord, I don't know. I don't really want to share something like this with people, but he said, I want them to know the plan of the enemy. So as the Lord said here, okay, the enemy's going to try to attack our minds and our hearts with confusion. Okay, that's going to totally make us not be able to see truth. Then he said they will have to remove the demonic realm from their minds and their hearts. And basically, like the enemy, whenever he gets access, you know, we have a door open in our mind, he gets access to it. That's when the demonic realm gets in our mind, because they basically come in there and live there. You know, you got to kick them out. Got to kick them out of your heart, kick them out of your mind. So when they have access to those places, that realm is still in you. So ask the Lord to remove the demonic realm from your mind and your heart. And you also command the demonic realm to be removed from your mind and your heart in Jesus' name, okay? And then the last part the Lord says here, they will have to relax this month. You guys, and if you pay attention to a lot of my videos, that is the number one thing that the Lord has taught me all this time, is to relax, relax, relax. Because when we are relaxed, it's basically, we can ask the Lord to fill our minds and our hearts with his peace. When he does that, any attacks that the enemy is trying to do, the enemy can't touch you when God's peace is in your mind and in your heart and around you. You know, chaos cannot be in peace, okay? Whenever the storm, when Jesus spoke to the storm, yeah, it was a storm, and Jesus spoke to it. He commanded it to be peace, to be still. When it was still, it was no chaos. It was no storm. It calmed down. The same thing with us. If the enemy is around us, he causes chaos. He doesn't cause peace. And we'll know that. Anytime you feel chaos in your mind, your thoughts is just going crazy, that's the enemy. It's not God. Anytime your emotions and everything is going crazy, that's the enemy. Ask the Lord to fill that place with peace so it can calm down, the enemy leaves. Ask the Lord to fill your heart with peace so it can calm down and the enemy leaves. So the Lord said they will have to relax this month. Okay, you guys, so the first part has something that we can do for us to be blessed, and that is to spend time with God during the day. And the second part is just a warning of the attacks that's going to happen this month, so you be prepared, okay? And the Lord wants us to relax and also remove the enemy from our minds and our hearts. So I hope this prophetic word from the Lord for the month of October made sense. I hope I was able to break it down and make it simple, because this is something that I talked to the Lord about. Let's see, was it last night? I think it was last night. A lot of my videos, I've been doing videos that have been a little bit too spiritually deep. I've been trying to just do just a little bit of spiritual stuff so people who are babes may be able to understand it. But the Lord has been telling me that they're not able to understand it, that it's confusing them. So you guys, I'm not going to be able to do seriously spiritual, hardcore, deep spiritual stuff. I have to keep it simple and basic because I have babes following me and watching these videos, and I have leaders, I have other apostles, people that already know about spiritual things, and they understand what I'm talking about. But the Lord doesn't want the people who are not, they don't understand spiritual things yet, to be confused. So I have to change it up, you guys. But the Lord did say the stuff that I already have, I can leave that stuff up, but I have to make things simple so the babes can understand too. So, but I hope I was able to break that down so that you guys can understand it. And I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I hope you guys have a beautiful month, and just be on guard and try to relax and spend time with the Lord during the day. All right, you guys, God bless.